Hey everybody, hey everybody, happy Thursday. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Even if it didn't start off as good as you wanted to, I hope at this point during the day you have chosen to make it the best day, despite anything that's come before this hour. I just came over today, to chit chat with you all a little, um, just about things that's been going on. I do see that Shell did go on live the other day and gave the funeral arrangements for Miss Holla, but then retracted because Maya was saying that she shouldn't tell people where the funeral is going to be held, and that because people are crazy and things like that. Um, I saw that she just went live not too long ago saying that she was going to talk to the family tonight, I guess, so they can decide if they will allow a live streaming or if they'll allow like outside people to be able to come in and say their last goodbyes to Miss Holla. Um, I kind of see it from both sides of even what's been going on since they did the GoFundMe. I kind of see why she is where she is at this point. I don't think she knew how much negativity was out there over the time that she has been sharing Miss Holla with the world. I don't think that she was, hey, happy Thursday, Brittany, that she was aware of all the negative that was out, about her and her family that people were saying. Because, in that situation, I don't see where anyone could pull bad from a situation that was all good. Every time Miss Holla came on live, she didn't give us nothing but laughs and smiles. So I don't even see where negativity had a place to creep in that situation. Hey, D Brown, I don't understand why it even chose to creep into that situation. Now has become a big old thing that has actually, became massive since they did a GoFundMe for Miss Holla. So now all the negative Nancy's have started to all run to the front of the class to try to now spill out all these feelings that they've had, I guess, prior to her passing, about what they used to see on camera, how they used to feel. Let me tell you something. What y'all was doing, y'all was looking for all the wrong reasons and at all the wrong things. Hey, Dwayne Harris. Um, what you should have been focusing on is the knowledge that we were getting from Miss Holla, the laughs that we were getting from Miss Holla, and what she was providing to you in a positive way. Instead of looking around in her surroundings, worrying about what's in her room, worrying about how other grown people in her room are moving or maneuvering when you ain't the one in the situation. Yes, I feel so bad for her granddaughter. Hey, no more drama. Like, I cannot believe how people were able to pull something negative out of what we all experienced these last 20, 21, 20, these last 3 years. Like, where did the negativity all of a sudden come from and become so massive? It's just so much of it. And poor Shell, you could tell her feelings is hurt to even find out that people are even looking at her in a negative way. Cause she like, I thought I was doing something good all this time. But what you got to know, it don't matter how much good you put out into the world, it's going to always be somebody that is miserable, that is going to try to find something bad in what you're doing good. Brittany said, D Brown is all sad and a mess. It is a hot mess, a hot mess. But you know what it reminds me of? When you have those friends around you that you've been with all your life, that you share your accomplishments with, and they act like they're proud of you. They act like, they with you, and they praying for you and encouraging you. And all the while, as soon as they out of your eyesight, they judging you. They saying how much you don't deserve what you have. Or they trying to tell your skeletons to make people look at you differently. This is what this situation reminds me of. Because you had millions of people in the world watching her, where, that took the time. Because let me tell you something, if you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. It's 1,000 things on the internet that you can watch. So if you feel like it's a situation that you don't feel comfortable in, or you feel like you don't like what's transpiring, You have a choice to watch or not watch. Nobody makes you watch. There's millions of other things you could have been doing. D Brown said, Brittany, yes, it is. And some people don't know what they talk. Exactly. Now everybody has got so many assumptions and so many people. Now y'all want to count their pockets, what they did have. Y'all don't know what them people had financially. And in reality, it was none of your business. Miss Holler didn't at no point did she fake it with us. Everybody that watched her, y'all know what she wanted. When you tried to send stars, what she said. Oh, she showed y'all like, send me that money. I want the cousins. So she already told y'all what she want. Brittany Allen said, poor Shell don't have a clue. People didn't like it. Exactly, Brittany. She didn't have a clue. That was sad when she said, why y'all don't like me? Because I took care of my grandmother. Exactly. Now I didn't want to worry about when the lady quit her job. Dwayne Harris said, that's right. Just go to another place. Exactly. Just go to somewhere else. Because she was genuinely hurt to find out that there was people out here that was judging her in a negative manner while she was doing nothing but something good. And that cook over, he had, D Brown. You know what? And I was just like, it. Now I am going to say this. When he first put up the post, because after I saw all the nonsense, I went to look at the post he put up. Okay. Now, when I read the post, I could see in the post originally, just from reading it with an open mind, no judgment zone, he was just saying that it's important to have life insurance. That was the overall of what he typed. But we all have to show people some grace, because as humans, we all know what we're supposed to do, but sometimes life throws hurdles in the way and you don't get around to it. And like Sheldon said, she was 97. So after a certain age, they will no longer insure you, even after, getting at a certain age and being sick. And then you had people, oh yeah, well, I'm struggling with the C word, and I know that I made sure I had insurance and stuff like that. Do you understand that everybody don't always know other avenues that's out there? Everybody's not educated on everything that is out there to help them. Everybody know that when you get something serious like the C word or something else very serious, it's very, very hard to get someone to cover, because they already know in their mind that you're going to pass. So everything is about business at the end of the day. These business people don't really care about you. These life insurance people only want their money, what they can get off the top. So they can get your money for years and years. See, that is the hustle in life insurance. They can get your money for years and years and years and years. And then you mess around and get, after a certain age, they can completely drop you. They no longer have to cover you, but they get to keep all the money they got all the years before. See, that is the hustle in life insurance. And that's the part that people don't focus on. Until, see, Miss Hollis passing away and them doing a GoFundMe. What I told y'all before, everything that you encounter in your life is a blessing and a lesson, right? Oh yeah, no more drama. It's awful. D Brown said, I never liked him. And let me read y'all comments real quick before I say what I'm saying. This was the lesson in the GoFundMe part that they did. They were still teaching us something without even knowing. Miss Hollis was giving us her last lesson without us even seeing it. Okay? With Sheldon put up the GoFundMe, because now people know that even if you can have whole life insurance and paying for it all your life. Right. Certain illnesses can cause you not to obtain insurance. You can have insurance all your life. And once you get to 80, from what they were saying, allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, y'all, because I haven't studied it. I said I'm going to actually study it tonight, though. But from what she was saying is, after you get that age, they can drop you. They no longer have to cover you once you got a critical illness. So you'd have paid these people all these 80 years worth of your life. You'd have been paying life insurance, probably your parents, the care from your parents, and now you started paying the policy. To, if God bless you enough to live that long, they can just drop you and don't have to give you a dime of your money back that you've given them all your life. They mad about that money people are giving her. Yeah, they still good. I heard somebody say today, I didn't hear nobody. I saw it in there because I be reading the comments of what people be saying. And they still ain't take the GoFundMe down. Excuse me. They still ain't take the GoFundMe down. Why do you care? It shows what their goal was, right? Their goal was $10,000. It shows you that. It's no Inspector Gadget needed. No, it was no confusion about what the family needed for the funeral. So if you're a giver and you decide to go on and you say, oh, they didn't reach a $10,000 goal, you have the choice to pull out and don't donate anything. Okay, they've got what they need to bury her. So anybody else who continued to give already knew it was over what she would need for the funeral. So why do y'all think they continue to give? Because they want to bless the family as well. So why does that make that ain't sharing them fault that people still give it? They can't hide what they raised. It's on there. It shows what's been donated. So you can choose to give or not give. Like you can't dictate every part of these people's life. You can't dictate what they're supposed to do because you feel a particular type of way. Because for one, I don't even see why so many people got so much to say about it. Like I said before, y'all sent her, a lot of people sent her money for things that they know was not good for her. They knew it wasn't good for her to keep drinking frappes, but they would dish out money for her frappes. So you would dish out money to keep feeding her something that could contribute to her demise, but something for the last thing that you'll ever be able to do for her good. Now y'all want to have a conversation. Y'all want to make it something big and something negative. That's why Treese was always trying to tell people you never know who like you and who don't. Exactly. Don't tell the same thing. Yeah, that's facts. Some people only around you for what they can get from being in your presence. Some people are only around you to drain your positive energy because they have none. After you showed us the clips of Kyle's live, I wouldn't give him not $1. You know what I'm Dwayne, what I'm going to say about that is I don't want to say this a way that nobody will take it disrespectful. We have to take everybody at face value, okay? We only know people from what we see on the internet. So we don't know what this family goes through not on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what part he really played. Because according to him, he was the one that was around before there was any lottery. He was the one that was doing everything beforehand. You see what I'm saying? We could only judge by what we saw that family do when they decided to present themselves to us. That's why we really can't take a side in that. See, I'm all about being fair. I'm not about, just assuming that we can sum these people's life up in an hour live or, a few minute live. We all have to be fair. Exactly. So true. Because we don't know them in real life, D Brown. So, and he seems very passionate because at the end of the day, he said what he said negative, but he never really dissed his sister. He didn't. And nobody can say all he said is that his sister basically, that people could, she's a humble spirit. And he continued to say that. And I guess he's a strong part of her. Like ain't nobody gonna run over him. But he just said his sister is a humble spirit. Because let me tell you something, if $12,500 get missing from my great grandmama, somebody got to tell me something. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, trying to say that. And I know it didn't just get up and walk. So of course he pissed. Because not only that's his great grandmother, and she's 97, and she's buried. Hey, Miss R. Oh, your green thing. Oh, yeah. And y'all, I do want to remind you all that there are membership badges available now. You can do super chats and all that. All that is now activated on this page if y'all would like to. Okay. I just want to let y'all know that they were available. Miss R is one of my members. I appreciate you so, so much. She's my first ever. I am so appreciative, Miss R. We love you over here. He sure did not. He did not bash your sister. That's why when Miss Sharon Lawson, I agree. You won't give, but if someone else wants to give, exactly. If somebody else wants to give, don't tell people what they can't give. Let people give how they want to give. She deserves every dime. She deserves every dime. And like I said, when he did come on, even though I hate the fact that any negativity within their family, because one thing about it, when people see that your family is not strong, people prey on the weak. So when they see a family going through something, even blood relatives, people are quick to intervene and try to penetrate a family and break down a family. Unfortunately, that's been going on since the beginning of time. That's why I always tell people, keep your family business private. Y'all handle that within the family. If y'all got an issue, y'all pick up the phone and talk to each other. I don't know what made him bring it on live. But I think it was just probably, in my opinion, just a reaction to people not wanting to listen to him. So I think he more brought it to the internet to see if people could feel him. Sometimes people need validation. Even if they feel in a particular type of way and nobody in their family want to see things through their eyes. So I think he came on here more for validation. Yeah, she really did a great job taking care of Miss Holler. And they all did. They all was right there. So kudos to all of them. And you could tell she loved Cal too, regardless of how much he came around. When we did see him in the camera, y'all could tell that she loved him. And think about when they were sitting in that car. If you go look back at that video, right? I think they were sitting in a car, one of her earlier videos. And Shell said something to her, and then she started mentioning Cal, and Shell told her, we're not going to talk about that. So I really believe that Cal was very, very, very active with Miss Holler prior to her blowing up. So that's why I said I wasn't inserting myself in that part of it, because I really think what he said was true. He was very active with his grandmother. He was helping her a whole lot prior to her hitting the internet. So, the whole situation with that, I just hated that it happened. To see a brother and sister, because I love my brothers. We don't have parents, so we all we got. So I don't ever like to be in confrontation with my brother. And I pray that him and Shell actually fix that part. Because at the end of the day, just like she could forgive people when she come on the internet and she say, you still remain, even though there's a lot of negative people on the internet, a lot of negative people saying bad things, you still come. You know what I'm saying? You're still coming on the internet, showing love to everybody. You're still interacting with us. So I think her and her brother should show each other that same amount of grace. If you can get on the internet and fix things with total strangers, you can fix things with your brother and with your sister. Y'all can fix that amongst each other, because that is what Miss Holler would have wanted. She don't want her family to fall apart. This is the time they need each other the most, because now their matriarch is gone. And if they don't do the work to keep that family together, it's going to totally fall apart. It's going to die with Miss Holler. We see it every day, even in the African American community. When grandmama leaves, the families die. I feel real bad dogging Cal when I don't even know him. It's okay, Dwayne Harris. I think, and when we first see stuff, even the fact that it's a 97-year-old woman involved, emotions played a part. That's why I'm one to sit back and think first and try to, maneuver and think about what really could be going on before I speak on it. That's why I said in that situation, I just think, and then emotions were high. On both of their ends. So right now, nobody's really, hey, Flowers in the attic. I think he was just hurt. I believe he loves Shell like he said he do. In my opinion, he was hurt, exactly, acting out of hurt. But again, I just think he said what he said. Hey, Pamela Bailey, thanks for joining us. Miss Sharon Lawson, blessings to you as well. I just really believe that he said what was on his heart, and he said it with his chest, and he meant what he said about that doggone money. But with his sister, like I say, it's not like he called his sister out her name. It's not like he disrespected his sister, but he put the situation out there like, and I think it was more to like, what y'all think? Now, if I'm telling you this man is here, he's not blood related to any of us here. He got pictures of himself on the wall. Like, I think it was just more of a validation type thing for people to say, like, yeah, Kyle, I feel you, because nobody else in his immediate family wanted to feel where he was coming from. Everybody else probably, like, I have a cousin that's just always very aggressive. He's a very aggressive person. So when he say stuff, a lot of us kind of like shrug it off like, man, yeah, you just always mad. You always mean. But it always, I'm going to tell y'all, I swear to y'all, no word of lie. What he say always come out to be true. Because see, we always try to see the good in people. Him, on the other hand, he gonna take you at face value. He get a bad vibe in your space or anything, he ain't messing with you. He gonna let you know, I don't do your little friend. Don't bring your little friend back around me. And we be like, oh, he just don't like nobody. But y'all, I swear to this day, he's never been wrong. I don't care if it's been years down the line. He's always been right. about the way he read people. And I think Cal is the same way. Yeah, he loved his sister, Miss R. Yes, he do. He was thinking they took advantage of his sister's kindness. Exactly, Miss R. That's exactly what happened. No, Kyle said that no one that his, that's exactly what he said. He said nobody with the same blood as him took that money. That was his exact words. So his battle wasn't with his family. But I think maybe his family, in my opinion, ganged up on him like, you can't be accusing people. Y'all know how that go. You don't know who took it for sure. But hell, ain't nobody need to get away with taking no 12-5 from a 97-year-old. So that's why I said I could feel where Cal was coming from. Like, y'all letting this slide a little too easy. Somebody need to come up with that money. You know what I'm saying? He was thinking that, yeah, they took advantage. Even in what he said, he wasn't pointing fingers at his sister, people acting like he drugged Shelter. He did not at all. And he didn't. He just wanted to open people's eyes. Exactly. He wanted to open people's eyes to what was going on behind the scenes. Like, my sister is too humble. My sister letting people come in her space just thinking everybody got good intentions. And that's basically what he was saying. But it's because she got a humbling heart. She has a welcoming heart. But what Cheryl has to know is that those are the people that people take advantage of. And see, because that's how I am too. You don't want to see the bad in people. You want to hope that there's some good in everybody. But the reality of it is, some people, it just ain't no good in them. They just sour from inside out. But people like us, we just always hope. See, anybody that's attached to God in any way, you always have hope that people can turn around, or that people have good intentions for you. And that people in that decide to be in your space will only have good intentions. But you have to always take everything with a grain of salt. You never put too much trust in nobody, even somebody that, because this is your brother. I would just hear him out, like, really. But, it probably was heated at first because, again, money was involved. And it was probably very, very heated. That altercation probably was very heated. So really, nobody probably was listening to nobody. They probably was just going back and forth, going back and forth. And him, on the other hand, I'm ready. He probably was ready to step. And Cheryl probably was like, but no, Cal, you can't accuse people. We don't know who took it. Oh, hell, somebody took it. Somebody got to come up with that bread. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how Cal was. Like, I don't even want to hear what y'all talking about right now. This my great grandmama. She bedridden. He already dealing with the fact that he's watching his great grandmother deteriorate in front of his face. And somebody going to steal from her? So y'all imagine how mad that would have made y'all. See what I'm saying? Before we quick to judge, just think about how pissed you would have been. Like, put all the BS aside and put yourself in his shoes. And everybody else being all timid about it. When he ready to turn up, he on 100 and his whole family is on like 20. And he like, I need everybody up here on 100 with me, because somebody need to come up with that paper. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, and Cheryl, on the other hand, she's dealing with it because she's firsthand, she's hands-on with Miss Holler. So she's dealing with it. And in her mind, she don't even care about the money at this point. She watching her grandmother die. So the money ain't even really playing that heavy on her heart like that in the moment, because at this point, she like, the hell with that money. I want my grandma to live. I don't care about that bread. So see, that ain't her focus in that moment. D Brown call you Brittany. Can I still call you Fave, which is Miss 1981? Thanks. Brittany, exactly right, Dwayne. He was clear. Yeah, we said D Brown. I think she said Dwayne. What are you talking about? Call you Brittany. Dwayne call you. I don't know, Miss D Brown. What you saying, Dwayne? What you trying to say to D Brown? She want to know what you're saying. But yeah, you see at this point they head in two different spaces. Cal actually saw things in some people that Shell didn't see, because she exactly, Miss Sharon Lawson. She's kind. She's humble. She wants to see the best in people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't, even if she had a friendship with this person, or she knew this person, or maybe it could just be because they never expose who this other person is that he's speaking of. We just know that it's male, that is a male, because he said it. but we don't know what the relationship with this person is. So I don't know if this was somebody Miss Holla knew or what. So it could have just been like, I just don't want to take this person from around her because she's enjoying their presence. So even if they took the bread, I just ain't my only thing I'm focused on at this point is probably what Cheryl was thinking. Only thing I'm focused on at this point is doing whatever it is to make my grandmother happy. We can address that bread later. In this moment, I don't want to address it. But you know, a man is different. In this moment, we're gonna address the bread. We're gonna address this bread right now in the moment when the loaf done got light 12:05. You know what I'm saying? We want to address this right now. But then, you know, sharing them, of course, because women, we're nurturers. We're more like, man, forget that bread. We got to make sure grandma's straight. This should be our only priority right now. We can spin the block back about that bread later. D. Brown seemed to call you Brittany. Okay, that's that. I read that. Pamela Bailey. I'm just glad that they came together at this time because Miss Holla wouldn't want this to be going on. Yes, they really need each other, Pamela Bailey. Even more. Sorry about that. My son was calling. Sorry, y'all. That was my son. I apologize. I had to take that call. He in the other room, y'all, calling me about a pill I just gave him because he just had surgery. Remember I told y'all that my baby, he got shot back in March of last year. He was 15 at the time, but he's still dealing with things, and he had a surgery last week. So y'all, so I just gave him a pill before I got on. And he calling me from the room, Mom, how you say I'm supposed to take the pill? Boy, you take the pill, you get the water, and you drink the pill. I swear, y'all. He want me to chew it up and swallow it for him. I swear these spoiled. Yeah, I'm just glad they came together at this time. Oh, D. Brown, I'm mistaken. You are responding to a Brittany in the chat. My mistake again. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Dwayne. Brittany. Miss D. Brown, he was he's telling you right there that it was a mistake. D, I hate it for her and the rest of the family, but it's going to happen before our eyes. I pray they don't let that happen. Because see, that's what a lot of people, like I said, this world thrive off of the hurt of other people, the drama, the bad things. Because as you notice, even if you pay attention to what you see on the internet, like people supporters and stuff like that, people that have constant drama and constant stuff going on that's negative will have a higher following base than someone who's always positive. Because people don't feel like there's no fun in positivity. They feel like, oh, that's boring. They rather hear about some shoot 'em up, bang bang type stuff, and instead of just seeing something encouraging. So to watch that family fall apart, oh yeah, everybody will be tuned in to that. So I pray to God, Shell and Kyle and them don't give the world what they're looking for. Because as you see, there's so many people that don't have good intentions for that family. Now, it seems like the focus is off Miss Holla. It's on them people pockets. Why is y'all worrying about them people pockets? Them people ain't come out here as teaching no financial literacy classes. They came out here with their grandmother. Their focus is on their grandmother. They're letting us into the life of them taking care of their grandmother. When did this become about money? At no point did they put their pockets on display for nobody to be worrying about and trying to count. So see, boundaries are being overstepped because that ain't none of our business. Regardless of if you send or not, because you send money to somebody that is asking for money does not mean that you have a right to have full access to their financial business. Because you have a choice to send or not send. That don't open up no Pandora box and mean that I run this person, I run they finances. They gotta talk to me like I'm their accountant and and make a count for every dollar. D Brown, exactly, Queen. That's why I'm going to take my time with my channel, because a lot of people may not like exact, but still do it, D Brown, because you know what? What's for you is for you. You understand? That's just like me. I don't have no big old following base, but I know if this is for me, God will put everybody that's supposed to be here, he'll put them here. And the people that's not supposed to be here, just not supposed to be here. But don't let that distract, because it's not about numbers. So don't let that distract you. Don't let money ever be your motivation. Like I said, this came on because I like talking to people. I want to be able to change lives in the best way that I can. And sometimes I need somebody to pour into me too. So this is what this is about. So don't let that part of it stop you. If you got something to give to the world, if you got a message that you want to give to the world, and if God is telling you that this is what he wants you to do, you do it. Nothing that you do good, you do it with expectations of a return. You just do it because God is telling you to do it, regardless of what it is. Because anything that God bring you to, he going to bring you through on top. Not in the middle, not on the bottom. You're going to be victorious at it. So don't let that part even stop you, honey. Stay focused. Do whatever it is God is telling you to talk to God about. And if he tell you, open that channel, girl. We all coming. Because we need as much positivity as possible. He is very outspoken, but he loves his grandmother and his sister. Yes, he do, Jacqueline saying. That's my point. It's none of anyone's business on their finances. Facts, Miss R. Like, I don't know who people think they is. My channel is up. I'm going to keep going. Okay, Miss D Brown. Y'all, everybody who's on here, Miss D Brown, I don't know how, but if you know how to drop your link, go ahead and drop your link in there so we can all go over and follow. If you all would like, it would be very, very appreciated. Miss Brittany, right? And to Brittany Allen Baps as well. If you're not subscribed, please do. She is such a supporter, such a good spirit. And she don't play now. I'm here to tell y'all now. She don't play. She's raw and uncut. And just like I like them. Straight to the point, real. I ain't got nothing to hide. If you don't like the rawness, honey, you shouldn't be here. Because ain't nobody got time to be putting no filters over their face to be on no internet. When I say filters over your face, being somebody other than who you are. Here I am. This is who I am. If you ain't like it, if it ain't for you, baby, it's 1,000 other channels. Go where you like it. A lot of people have no humility. It's so sad. We need to really pray, Miss R. People are, yes, right, D Brown, real talk and real opinion. Some people just be beside themselves. They start inserting themselves in people's life, like, cause somebody and I heard him say, well, if you bring your business to the internet, it's an open discussion. You're right. You're right. You're completely right. Whatever is put out on the internet can be discussed, but there's a difference between that's the name of it. Okay, y'all. The name of her channel is Real Talk with Real Opinions. That is Miss D Brown's channel. Miss D Brown, if somebody else, I think I'm already subscribed, Miss D Brown. I think I am already. I think that was in I think they had put it in. Was it your chat, Brit? It was Brit Brit chat or Try Me Now chat. One of them. But I'm already on you. I thank Ms. Brown, but I'm gonna make sure. D, I'm supporting you. I was one of Becoming Woman's first supporters, and we'll continue. Yes, you are, Miss R. You are my first supporter. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are. And I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Always. My baby fell in love with Miss R through the internet. All she gotta do is hear that voice. Hear me say, hey, Miss R. She's like, hey, Miss R. And that's a good soul. She can read her vibes through the doggone phone. You tell me that ain't a powerful, virtuous woman. She read that through the phone. She just want to talk to Miss R. Every time I say I'm going live, she talk Miss R. You talk Miss R. I'm like, oh Lord. Miss R, I was on here the other night. You wasn't on here. She said, you didn't say Miss R, Miss R. I said, Miss R ain't on here. I said, I'm gonna go. I told her, I said, I'm gonna go chat hunting, looking for Miss R, because I gotta make sure. But then I saw you in Rita chat. I said, oh, she just didn't catch us because she was in Rita chat. It used to be me and her. Yep, you and her. Yep. And that's how anytime she come back to you and you on her, she ready to talk. Once I say your name, I already know I might as well pass the dog on device, because it's gonna be you and her. She don't care who else gonna be on here. She gonna want to talk to Miss R. But yeah, y'all, it's just so sad that this family has to constantly come online and talk about or try to explain about their finances, about how they're planning a home going for Miss Holla. instead of just coming on here just to get some inspiration when they may just be having a bad day. Coming on here for some good laughs. Coming on here to see good memories of Miss Holler because they splattered all over every internet and social site, even on the news. It's about Miss Holler. So they should be able to rejoice in that. They shouldn't have to come and see any negative comments. You know, it's all about timing. Like, even if people had such a big opinion, why y'all can't wait till Miss Holler and, you know, it's buried? Why y'all couldn't wait, give this family some grace and wait till this went by and come on with that maybe next month or the month after? Let this family have peace. And then if you feel like it's important, well, I don't know why you would feel like it's important, but why you didn't wait till then? You wait till when somebody, like I said, people always try to kick you when you're down. They always try to attack the weak. That's what they're doing now. The people with all the negativity, that's what they're doing. See, the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to destroy this family through their words. But I hope they keep on knowing y'all don't know these people for real. Don't let these people come in your life and actually alter the way you feel about you, alter the way you feel about anything in this life that you're doing. You don't know these people for real. You know what I'm saying? And if they're negative, you could choose not to ever know them, because relationships can be built over the internet. But if it's not a genuine relationship, the good thing about it, you have a block button to say, don't even come back over here. You ain't got to worry about seeing nothing I do. And every fake page, because you ain't going to be able to keep your mouth closed, you're going to say something else negative because you're just a negative person. So I catch all your fake pages too and block them. So eventually, it may take a while, but I get you from up out of my face. Cole and Michelle, salute my sister. That's exactly what they're doing. God knows. Yeah, they trying to destroy that family. But y'all better know, Miss Holler Angel now keep playing with her family. That same strength she took to heaven. People better sit down some way. People better sit down some way. Leave that family alone if you ain't got nothing positive to say. Like I'm saying, like I said before, it's all about timing too. Like you could have stalled them out. You could have held that. You ain't even have to come on here and do all that to those people. And because they did a GoFundMe, so what? Donate or don't donate. Why is it anything in between? Why would you get on here and try to talk negative about it and try to possibly make people not want to donate to Miss Holler? What did Miss Holler ever do to you? Nothing but give you smiles, give you laughs, even give you cries sometimes, telling her story about when she came up. So what y'all did with the GoFundMe, the negative people, that's what y'all was doing. Y'all was trying to hurt Miss Holler. You can't say you love Miss Holler and in the same voice get on here and talk negative about her family doing the GoFundMe for her final resting. Those two things don't go together. You can't do that. That makes no sense. Because y'all know that's what it's for. And like I said, you got to think it's medical expenses. There's a lot of other stuff that family going to have to do. See, it don't stop at the funeral. It goes on. It's bills that got to be paid. It's an apartment in the house she was in that they probably going to have to clean out. There's a lot of stuff that family is going to have to do. And then they see, once the dust settles, they really have to sit down now and figure out how to live the rest of their life without her. See, that's when she go on the ground. Usually, even when the people try to be strong, when you see them go on the ground, is usually when it really hits you, that they're not coming back. See, some people can be strong doing this part of it, because their family member is in the casket in the funeral home, but still above ground. It's not finalized. See, once they go on the ground and they throw that dirt over them, it's final. And a lot of people can hold strong until that point. When they see them go in that ground and that dirt is thrown on top of them, then they know it's finalized. So now I got to figure out how to live the rest of my life without her. They may have to pay people to clean that house out also. Yep, they may have to pay people to do that too. So we don't know what they've been going through this whole time. We only know what part of their life they decided to share. It also hit me when they closed, exactly, Dwayne Harris, when they closed that casket. But see, that going in that dirt is the finalization. And like I said, a lot of strong people even buckle in that point. These people don't care. It's been done for money. That's it. That's all. They don't care. It's sad. Yeah, they don't. They don't. They do not care at all. It's all for some type of clout. Like, I don't want any clout off somebody in a negative manner. I don't feel like I have to knock somebody else down to build myself up. If I got to knock you down to build myself up, I'd rather just not come up. Because if anything, if I see you down and you're in my arm's reach, I'm going to bring you up with me. That's the way it's supposed to be. I would never try to get any type of clout off of trying to knock somebody else down. Like you got a superior complex when you do some mess like that. And then with no heart, they be talking y'all and trying to make it right. Vondra Spraggins said, some people just can't be positive about anything. Keep it real, as Hollywood would say, love, hugs, and prayers. That's right, Vondra Spraggins. Cora Michelle said, my sister passed a year ago with cancer. It's hard even when with a policy because it's other stuff. But she said the other word, y'all. She's saying this with her chest. So y'all just read that word. Coming with having the C word. I don't like saying that word. Prayers, yes, right. Prayers for Shell and the family. Because y'all got to think, y'all got to also think about, they have the things that we didn't see. This family shared the laughter and stuff with us, but they kept the pain to themselves. That's what they kept for them. The pain when she was crying out in the middle of the night. They kept the pain for themselves. They gave us the good and they kept the pain. And y'all want to get on here and bash them. The negative Nancy's. See, y'all got to see every situation for what it is in full. Don't try to critique and pull little parts out of it and try to create your own narrative. Everybody's situation is not the same. Different states have different rules, different guidelines. Things are different. My heart definitely breaks for them. And even Maya the day was the first day I seen her. What was that? Yeah, I think that was the one she did today. She was like, you better say hey to my bells. And I seen them pretty dimples for the first time in a couple of days. But she kept saying, I don't like them. I don't like them. But somehow, within that moment, when Shell gave her that look, that mama, that grit look, you better come say, hey, there go them pretty dimples. So y'all got to understand what death does to some people. Some people, death will, when they try to hold it in, it'll tear them from the inside out. It's not always exposed on the forefront. Sometimes it takes them from the inside out. Yes, she's angry. She's 16. She don't know how to manage or understand her feelings. She just know that she's missing a big part of her life now. And how does she go on from here? Hala has been their whole life from what we could see, the last 3 years, 3 to 4 years. And maybe before then, but I can only talk about what we saw. That was every day for those years. So now they have to basically create a whole new life for themselves without her in it. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking for anybody. Miss R said, my mom had a policy and it wouldn't pay. We had to pay for everything out of pocket. There was a cancer exclusion. Oh my God, Miss R. See, Miss R? Call Michelle, it would tear their heart out, their chest. Yep, exactly would. To watch the person that you love, the person who's been the strength, the person who's always stood up for the family, been the strong person for the family. You got to see the strongest person in your family become weak. Do you know what that does to people? To watch your shero break down little by little by little by little, and it's nothing you can do but watch. That's it. You feel helpless because now you can't intervene. Even your love for her can't save her. No matter how much you love her, it cannot save her. That is what that family is dealing with right now. We couldn't save her. Even our love could not save her. Even her statue could not save her. We were helpless. Have y'all ever felt helpless in y'all life before? If you have, then you should know what these people are feeling right now. Miss R said, please hit the like, subscribe, and share button, everyone. Please do. Please do. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, everybody. They are helpless. I definitely know where they stand because I've been there multiple times. And you just want to do something. You just feel like, I shouldn't be this helpless. I should be able to do something. Lord, why can't I do something? Lord, why are you doing this to her? Those are the questions that you ask. And those are the things that they kept from themselves. And they cut on that camera and they smiled for us right after they just asked God, why are you doing this to her? God, she's telling you she don't want to go. God, she's telling you she don't want to die. God, please spare her. God, we need her. And God's response is, y'all love her, but I love her best. I gave her to y'all, but now I need her back. And there's nothing they can do but let her go. That is what death does. Negativity in this moment is not understandable in no form, no fashion. I don't care how you try to chop it up, screw it. You're wrong. That's right. He said, I love her more. I need my child back with me. I gave y'all her 97 years to make an impact on the world. And I made sure that the world will forever say her name. Her job is done. At R, we played that exact part. Corn Michelle said, at R, we played that exact part with a policy AM in tears now. I know how they feel. I can feel their hurt. See, this is why you have to choose everybody in your life. If they mean something to you, I don't care what you've gone through with them, what kind of wrenches have been thrown in, what kind of arguments that you had. Love them. Fix it. Because one day God will need them back. And I promise you, if you let somebody that you love leave here over a dispute, you will hurt forever. Because let me tell you, once they go in that dirt, ain't no coming back. You can't say sorry from the grave. You can't even create more memories because y'all sitting back holding grudges with each other when y'all can just choose to fix it, whatever it is. Because it didn't kill you or your family members, so that means it can be fixed. It may be awful. But if you love them and you know that you don't want them to, that you understand that one day they will leave you and it won't be fixable, at that point it'll be over. Make it count. Make the time that you have left with your loved ones count. Despite all things, make it count. Because God will need them back one day, just as he would need you back one day. If you love people for who they are, imperfections and all, and love them regardless, despite what you want them to be, because that ain't your call. God don't need no help. We all want the best for our loved ones, but they fall short just like we do. None of us is perfect. We have loved ones that's addicted. We have loved ones that steal. We have loved ones, but that's for God to handle. You pray for them instead of judging them. You pray for them instead of saying that I'm going to cut them out my life. They need you. People in addiction are weak. They do things that the drugs tell them to do, not their mind. If they was in a sound-minded body, they wouldn't do it. It's just who they are in this moment. They're in a weak state. They need you. This is not the time they need you to walk away because you don't like or you're embarrassed of who they are. This is when they need you the most. Be there. No matter how hard it is, be there. If you really love them and you know that you don't want to have to see that casket closed, be there as much as you can. Miss Holly held on through the pain and all because she loved her family, no matter what people say. She loved them. Exactly, Miss Sharon Lawson, and we should all respect that because we saw her love for her family. So that's all we should be giving them, is the same love. We could never love them as much as she did, but we can insert a little bit and make sure when they come on here they see good things. You're speaking the truth, praying for Shelley and the entire family. This is a very difficult time. That's right, Terry Cody, a very difficult time. Miss 1981, please let us know if you find out that Miss Hollis' service is live stream. Definitely. I'll definitely let y'all know if she says it on her page, but y'all can also keep up, watch Cheryl Bell's page on Facebook. And she's going to give us updates. She said she's going to talk to the family tonight, and they're going to decide at that point, I guess, how they'll be able to let the internet, all of us out on the internet, how we'll be able to, or if we will be able to be a part of her homegoing service. I'm working, so I can't entertain. You are talking good stuff. That's right, Miss No More Drama. I understand working, baby. But yeah, y'all, we have to get this judgmental thing out of us, y'all. And you know what? It is a human emotion. I'm going to be straight up with you. I ain't even finna sit here and say everybody that judge, oh, you just a bad person. Y'all, it's human. You know right from wrong. So when you see somebody doing something wrong as a human, you'll look at them like, ooh, why she doing that? Or why he doing that? Like, they should respect themselves more. They should this. But you ain't took the time to talk to them and see why they even doing it. But before you try to help them, you rather pass judgment on them. Let's make it more of our time. Because, see, some people need help and don't know how to ask for help. So they rather act out until somebody love them enough to just come take them by the hand and say, what is wrong with you? All right, until somebody love them enough to put their BS in their face and say, look what you're doing to yourself. See, some people never even had a person that love them enough to come tell them that what they're doing is wrong. They've been able to do it their whole life because people choose just not to deal with them. I don't live my life like that, so they can't come around me. So you rather spend your whole life sitting back watching them, watching their demise, instead of taking a minute out your day to maybe put them to the side, baby, look at what you're doing to yourself. Or taking a minute out your day to say, I love you regardless, cuz. I love you regardless, auntie, uncle, mama, daddy. I love you regardless. I want to help you through this thing. I love you too much to watch you fail yourself. Because that is what you're doing. You're failing yourself, and I love you too much to continue to sit back and watch you do it. Extend the olive branch. Because see, one thing about me, when people that is close to me die, I never have to sit back and fret because I know calling again. They will not stop calling. I swear, I'm gonna have to get off because they got 1,000 things that they need every time I get on here. But I'm gonna come back later, y'all. But I just want y'all to think about what I said. Okay, y'all think about what I said, and if you have someone in your life that you love, just think about extending that olive branch, even if they did you bad, because you don't want to. When they go, you don't want to have no regrets. You don't want to have to sit back then and think about, dang, you know what? That was really real petty. We could have fixed that. Because death is for sure. That's nothing we have to think about. It's going to happen for sure at some point. We live to die. We all know that. And the chapters of your story come in between. So if you're not with somebody, Miss Terry Cody and Miss R said, hey, if you're not doing the best that you can, to love on people. Please change that behavior. You don't have to. I'm just saying, just giving an opinion, because I just know I lost a lot of close people to me. People that I needed in my life, even more than I knew I needed them. And now they gone on, and now I'm here. But one thing I can say, that I did all that I could, even from a child, I did all that I could for all of them. Because I always knew what loving another person was. And we have to know what loving another person is. Don't love anyone more than you love yourself. I'm not saying that, because we see what that gets you. People will drain you sometime. They will drain everything out of you. And then once you drain dry, nobody don't want to be in your presence, because now you miserable, you sickly, and all this, because you done loved everybody but yourself. So that ain't what I'm saying. But I'm saying, if there's a situation in your life with someone that you love that's fixable, go ahead and fix it. And give the rest to God. Your first step is making an attempt to fix it. The rest is giving it to God. If it's supposed to be fixed, God will continue to put things in your place to fix it. If it's not supposed to be fixed, if they were only supposed to be in your life for a season, God won't let it be fixed. But walk away from every situation in your life knowing that you've done all you can. Because that's all you got. And that's all anybody should expect from you. I don't care who they are. That's all they should expect for y'all. But y'all, they calling again. So I'll be back later. But may your today be better than yesterday. May your tomorrow be better than today. Every day that God blows that breath in your body, you're one step closer to your season. Don't fumble yourself worrying about the world, but love others as God loves you. Y'all have a great day. And I'm out.